couple of flashbangs here, and this push all the way through CT. Oh gee, they're going in with the backstab. Brad's just keeping them excited as the push eventually comes in from Ginny, but he's not found anything just yet. They've all stacked up one after the other. Finally, the frags start coming in, but Justbury missing quite a few shots, but
wow.
Brad steps up huge. He's one more, cleans up.
4 kills at the end of that ordeal, Shade. I mean, we keep telling about how the CT side needs to play aggressive, but this is not what we meant at all, Shade. This is... I lack words to describe what we just saw from Bait Esports. A beautiful start, and Squadron Esports just taken back by a mile. Only Glock's gonna be on their hands now, but damn, Shade. This is the start that we'll love to see on Overpass.
That was the CTs showing us that, hey, we are not backing down from a fight early on. Flashbang setup, and he still manages to get the kill. And on the B side, it's just the cleanup crew here, one after the other. Bait Esports elite crew. They do get the round fast, but Squadron Esports, they get this plant in. That was quite possibly the only objective they were looking out of that round. Is get the plant in nice and safe, get the money in for this full investment here, OG.
The funny part about the previous round was with the push at B short, a CT at connector flashed the CT towards short, which it could have gone messy, Shit, not gonna lie there, but Squadron Esports, like you said, their objective is secured. They got that bomb plant, which means they have an extra couple of dollars to squeeze around with and potentially get a little more to work with, which they have a full set of utility on every single one of these players except for Ghost. Boris Groot has lost half his HP before the round started. I'm not sure if his teammate just threw a nade or did he get shanked by one of his mateys, but that'd be hurting.
And right now, 2 Ts towards connector. Brad not interested in contesting this whatsoever. He's gonna wait till they're up in personal where the SMGs do go to work, and he's got the first, he's got the second. No boost needed whatsoever. They had the 2-man CT boost waiting for backup, but it wasn't even required there at the end. Brad.
How are they doing this, Shade? It's 8Ks up against them, not... This is absolutely unforgivable. How? Where are these frags coming from, Squadron Esports? It feels like Bait Esports Elite Crew have a really good understanding of exactly how Squadron Esports are playing. These Indials just simply make no sense on paper, Shade. The MP9's absolutely dumpstering the aggressive take that Squadron Esports tried to impose towards A. You could see that they had a game plan coming in for this round. They wanted to try and pincer both from mid and connector and see if they can catch a man off guard at toilets and anyone setting up in between. Sadly, it was just quite the onslaught, and now free upgrades for Bait Esports Elite Crew. Not a single casualty taken so far. The dink, but the kill comes in return. Aryan, perfect job playing Bait. He mows them down on the entry. 3-man down with his mighty jaws. Grabs a nature secure, and he knows exactly where the last player is on the trans. Good job on the turnaround on the gun and makes this a doable 1 versus 2. He's down at 38 HP though, which will hamper his chances significantly on the retreat. Spotted out. Well, Brad, far too quick on the trigger. This bait and switch setup, Shade. Now I guess we know how they got the name for that team.
These rounds are going by so fast for Bait Esports. They're not too afraid to go on the offense themselves, but Squadron Esports have pretty much helped them in that cause as well. Last couple of rounds just turned up the heat themselves, just going in for fast contact play. And Bait Esports, they're more than happy to let Squadron Esports come on for these fights, because majority of them have been heavily CT favored. At least for now, Squadron Esports, they have the buy. They're going to slow things down. Brad has been pretty instrumental so far in the hold, and Aryan is boosted up.
Oh?
Big frag.
A chance? Yeah, a chance for Squadron Esports there. to potentially close out the round because they got the pick towards A. If they're down the man towards connector, they essentially cover a very important rotation avenue and choke Bait Esports the lead crew out of fresh air, which right now seems to be the problem for Squadron Esports. Giving so much respect to a team that plays aggressively is gonna punish you at the end of the day. A good example was the match prior. Arian could have gone to the double spray. Brute instant with the refrag. The 3 versus 3 with the HP significantly favoring Squadron Esports. Defensive utility still up though. They have 2 Molotovs, a smoke, 3 nades in fact. The instant defensive Molotov. Smart stuff coming in from gun. And the nade was long, I suppose, in case a man was trying to get aggressive, but it was a little short on its hit. They could take the boost here, Shade, which does seem like a good idea. Every man has rotated from Bait Squadron. The Molotov, he doesn't put it out. A very smart call because the smoke was there, and now it just puts pressure. This is what they were looking for. Might get that early frag. The tag is certainly in, and there we go. The bag is secured. Jace. That's all left on the Jokers. 13 HP and a cream, but the wide swing with the M4 to secure the round. 5-0 Shade. And boy, it's coming down to the wire in some circumstances, but Bait Esports played that one smart there. They didn't force the issue. In fact, that Molotov save was what got them set in the right foot for that 3 versus 3 retake. If he would have thrown that Molotov, then there would have been no way where they could punish the player to its side without even breaking that crossfire. Beautiful play. Now we see why they are headed into this game really strong. Squadron Esports, though, they did get the bomb plant. The investment here is what worries me, Shade. They could invest in the next round, but not Trans History. He's the one who's going to suffer a little bit. Utility is low as well. Choke. Yeah, the Mac 10 train does find a way through connector. Gets a frag on a gun in as well. The instant defensive smoke from Savvy might help them hold the line a little bit. This aggressive stance from Arian, though, might just completely cut them short. Squadron Esports, they know that they have a huge advantage walking into this round. Hence, they're taking things a little slow. They don't want to give their chances away just by throwing away that one small leash that Bait Esports can just grab and get things back under control with. A slow walk all the way back through T-Base Shade. A minute left on the clock. Bait Esports Elite Crew, they've been set up aggressive towards B. The only problem is, if Squadron Esports do not contest to his short, it's going to be a very, very silent maneuver which might favor Squadron. And Arian, he hears them coming. He knows exactly what's headed his way. A little confused though. The push through shot of Molotov. Not enough to hold them at bay. Now a 2 versus 5. A little more of a desperate situation. J-Spray does set up in a really good spot. Does whip away a couple of bullets. The Molotov to clear close to Swift Killer. And Ghost Streak on the peak. Gets absolutely dumpstered. Why is the white swing not come in from Jokers just yet? Oh, he's given space. J-Spree. This is not acceptable. The spot. Wait, what? Brandon spot him? This round gave me a minor heart attack, Shade. Luckily, Squadron Esports do not whiff their chance of getting back in this game.
Yeah, that was the numbers coming in early. An uncharacteristic couple of duels lost by Bait Esports early on, and Squadron Esports did manage to pick up a 2-man advantage. The aggressive push through the smoke, Brad has been pretty stellar in that connector hold, but that time they managed to get a jump on him, and the close range spray pretty much all over the place. Eventually able to convert the numbers in their favor. Yeah, OG.
Here's the thing that worries me a little bit, Shade. I feel like Squadron Esports just got lucky in the previous round. A lot of these engagements that they took was on the back of Bait Esports overextending, which easily can be resolved, right? We've seen that in the match prior as well, where back alley, they gave away a few rounds here and there, but in the grander scheme of things, they seem the one who were utterly in control. Again, this presence of its connector and B shot is absolutely crippling Shadow Squadron Esports because they have no way to break this apart from utility, which have seen them not use. Bait Esports Elite Crew, they're using this to the absolute advantage. The straight up fight, Shade, you'll never see this. Bait Esports Elite Crew just feeling it today, in their juices, and well in their way to victory. At least it seems to be that case for now.
I mean, we have seen much bigger comebacks in the past, but right now Bait Esports just showing us that the previous round was a small blip in the grand scheme of things. They pull it back in convincing fashion. There should be a duel going their way. There you go, Brad. Leaves it all down to Cynical here in a 1v4. Spree is pretty low. The first spray down, Savvy.
Did he? Oh boy, not today. Come on. Cynical. Oh, could go massive. The spray is a little off though. Aryan ends up taking him down. I got a little concerned there. It feels like Squadron Esports are in a position where they have everything working in their advantage, even though they had so much opportunity to get a lot of these aim deals under their belt. They don't maximize their chances of winning it. You know, we've seen this in games like Dota a lot, where you maximize your chances for victory, right? There's nothing assured. You just try to maximize the odds in which you win, and then you capitalize upon it. We've not seen the same from Shadow Esports. There's no, sorry, Squadron Esports. We've not seen them with any flash setup, bait and switch setup, doubles. Savvy could have just gotten that kill and fallen back without any punish there. Just like the push through connector and be short. Squadron Esports, until they come with the punish, I find no reason why Bait Esports and Esports should even back down. They're more than happy to take these fights, and hey, games like these will certainly be a confidence booster going further into the tournament, especially for teams like Bait Esports Elite Crew, who seem like newer names in the scene, but they are by no margins slouchy, because they can post these results under many circumstances. Hey, you might just see a new underdog coming into the tournament shade, which is something very interesting, especially in online CS.
For now, though, it will be Bait Esports just continuing their strong run here on the CT side. Just the one round given away, where Squadron Esports did manage to catch them way off guard with some early aggression. A couple of duels going their way, but since then, Bait Esports have been able to immediately stabilize back out in Ginny spots. Quite a few teams there. The flashbang comes through. They haven't, however, committed to this push just yet. There's a player waiting in connector in transitory. Brad has always consistently played this position, so I'm sure that transitory expects this and he wins out the duel. That's a big one.
That's the one that we've been expecting on multiple occasions, but he doesn't ring. He had no control of B-Short and really couldn't commit to that kind of fight. Where they did get the edge on one side, they let it go on the other. It still does favor Squadron Esports, considering the aggressive tendency of Bait Esports Elite Crew. At this point, you just wait it out, right? 50 seconds left on the clock, a man advantage. You will see a reactionary play coming in from Bait Esports, which might just allow Squadron to extend their lead by a mile. They've completely disengaged and they call quits towards the B side, heading all the way back towards A. The rotations from the CT side, though, not gonna be on point. It's only gonna be on Savvy with the AWP. He needs to come up absolutely massive here if he needs to hold the fort down towards the A side. Beautiful shot on the first. Cynical Joker could not come in with the challenge that early. And now with the walk towards long, the jump, he spots it. Could he bag it is the question. Savvy being put under a lot of pressure, but he delivers the rotations here. Squadron Esports. We talk about patience, Shade, but there are times where you play situations so slow. And that is one of them. They simply cannot afford that, Shade. Bait Esports Elite Crew, heads up play on rotation. Savvy, absolutely massive stuff with the op. That is how you play Lone Wolf, Shade. That is how you man the fort towards A.
Big heads up play there. Despite losing the early frag, that boost up from sight towards shot pays out big time there. They're able to immediately level up the numbers advantage.
Oh, the nade and the bag. As if things weren't going bad already, this just went from bad to worse. The presence towards B shortcut as well. Ooh, we're facing... It's almost an identical copy of what happened the previous game, right? Except Squadron Esports haven't called a single timeout. That is something maybe they should take into consideration now. That smoke does bait Jokers in on the peak and Savvy. Perfect position to capitalize. Beautiful stuff coming in from Bait Esports Elite Crew. You know, we've been talking a lot of good about Bay Esports Elite Crew, but do you think there is still something that they need to work on so far as to what they've shown us on their CD default? I feel like they're giving away way too many guns, Shade, and these pickings offered are gonna be taken.
And there's a lot of time as well with the C4 1v2. Now it is doable for Groot as he pushes up Aryan point blank range. He needs to find him. He's back out the flick.
Oh no. Yeah, that is just the fake flash display from Aryan. Although, yeah, I feel like if Bay Esports Elite Crew, even though they're taking things a little more casual in this game, if they're able to keep their numbers up, Shade, their CT defense so far has looked stellar, backing up the CT defense with a strong economy. It feels like it might be too much of a hurdle for any T side to overcome so far.
Yeah, 9-1 squadron. It's not that they've not had frags go their way, but almost all of these are in situations where Bay Esports has a significant lead, and it is more down to the CTs handing out a few frags. But no, they walk into they walk into the blender there.
Yeah, perfect bait and switch setup again from the CD side. I'm really loving the CT defense, Shane. There's always reliability, even though you open the round up with a frag, right? You know that there's a man backing you up in case you will flash to see if there's any leak in the defense, in case you need to back up a little bit and you need somebody else to take the aggro away from you. There's always a man there. That is the beauty of BD Sports Elite Crew right now. I guess there's a lot of things that Squadron Esports could learn from this setup. And hey, we've seen a lot of attempts towards B and connector, but we've not seen much action towards the A side shade. Perhaps Squadron Esports should try and consider the other side of the map a one-way ticket towards success. Maybe is not what they have, especially in Overpass, because the map's wide for a reason, right? You need to try and spread the defense so you might be able to take them. Again, this bait and switch setup wrecking Squadron Esports 10-1, double digits earlier than we expected. Shade, Bait Esports Elite Crew looking significantly stronger than Squadron Esports. For now, it does seem like Squadron Esports are going to force up, which seems to be a decent call. That's if Cynical Joker might be able to go for a Mach 10 and maybe turn the pace up a notch. Do you think that a quick rush towards A might be what changes the course of the ship?
They have to change something up, OG, because their default has pretty much ended up in them getting picked off one by one. They do manage to get a reply out at long, and they have control. But Brad, yeah, this man has been massive for Bailey for stepping up again and again.
No.
Ends
up going down though.
Going the way of Squadron Esports, now Bait Esports, that AWP, if it does come down to a retake, might just end up being a burden.
But we've seen them do this, right? 3 versus 4, Squadron Esports, they've got to be feeling a little gutted after the way the first half went, but there's still a chance they can make it back. The one X factor though is gonna be that clear towards Toxic. Savvy has been very silent so far, and now the silent strike. Savvy, 2 massive kills, and the reload. Where is the punish? He gets the second frag. There's no refrag in the nick of time, and now J-Spree gonna clean things up. It's only left on a Joker, so dead low. Aryan in fact swings wide. This is unforgivable stuff, Shade. Not only did he get both the players to his long, but he loaded a fresh mag and was ready to even deny the plant. This just is those loose ends, right? Regardless how many frags you get, regardless how many 1v4s or 2v4s you lose, it's all going to come down to these small mistakes which costs you massively in tournaments such as these, where one game and you're done.
That was pretty criminal there. Letting Savvy not only get the 2 frags, but like you said, the reload as well. Ooh. The ragdoll physics since the body packing. But Aryan with the op wants to still contest this.
Oh no.
Misses a sitter of a shot there. But feeling adventurous, wants to go for this retake back out. They've surrounded him in multiple fronts and hanging around in toilets here.
Wow. This is quite aggressive for what you expect. The White Wing are not punished. Aryan needs to get the safety right here, right now. The man disadvantage, but hey, it's fine. For now, Beatty Esports Elite Crew, they have a good idea as to what's happening, and Brad's aggressive stance to his B shot might be what's rewarding, because there's nobody positioned from Squadron Esports to even punish this. And now, they wait. They wait as they've been doing the entire game, and the frags just offered them on a silver platter shade. This is the reason why Squadron Esports are struggling. Their T side, it cannot be as loose as this. Paid Esports Elite Crew, they just stay passive, get the frags, fall back without any punish coming in whatsoever from Squadron Esports. Aryan, he's been instrumental with the op, and missing a beat. Not something we've seen quite often today. In fact, a lot of shots being missed. Aryan, just relax. Takes out the deagle. Yeah, the crosshair is there, my friend. The bait's in as well. Chase Free gonna get the first. Cynical Joker, though, connects his off shot. And the re-aggression towards Struck. Savvy catches Cynical Joker off guard. He has an idea, but the idea is not to die, my friend. Aryan finally lands another shot with the yaw. Squadron Esports, that initial kill was really good, but post that, it just went down like domino. There is simply no luck left in the job of Squadron Esports. And boy, are Bailey Esports Elite Crew feeling good today.
Unfortunately, a lot of those duels happened before they were able to get themselves onto the A site, which meant the CTs just got a lot of time to send rotations all the way from B, get that backup in place. It was way too late eventually for that round to have anything to do with the T's there at the end. But Brad, he's got company. Aryan on the other side as well. One by one, he's got the first coming in, but Aryan opens up the door.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying, Shay. The aggressive bait and switch setup that Bait Esports Elite Crew have in action. Squadron Esports, you see them getting overwhelmed, right? Especially with the setup. It's so hard for them to reply. Because after they get that initial frag, they're like, yeah, we got the refrag, guys. We're done. We need to get more control. But as soon as that word comes in, there are so many members from Bait Esports Elite Crew ready on the peak, and Savvy spots him. Yeah, the Jigsaw Joker. He calls the bluff, and you have to show your hand now, but boy, does he have an ace up his sleeve. Gets the frag. A 1 versus 2 shit. This is doable. This is doable. Gunning. Up. Smoke does block him out, and now the plan going in. J3 more than aware as to how this is being played. In fact, it's Gunner with the Yop all the way from heaven to land that frag. 13-1. Bait Esports Elite Crew on the verge of taking this one real quick. We don't have as much of a close affair as we did yesterday, Shade, but what we do have right now is a lot of these new teams in a position where they can learn a lot about CS, right? We've talked about so many aspects which they potentially could work at to improve their game, and I just hope, Shade, that regardless how bad the results might be in one tournament, you're a team. You're 5 individuals striving to achieve brilliance. And hey, a journey is all about the highs and lows, right? It's a roller coaster for a reason. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it all that adrenaline kicking in well worth it. And hey, today might not be their day, but we know that everybody has their day, Shay. They just need to be patient, and they just need to be as determined as they can. Because at the end of the day, determination and patience are what's going to take you miles ahead of the competition.
Last round of the first half, the buy isn't great. Utility used, and Aryan just peeks out. He was looking for backup there, but just a little late to the action, and looks like they're going to lose quite a few members out here.
What's happening? What just happened? Alright, Squadron Esports, where has this been the entire half, my friends? Ganon alone with the op. 1 versus 2, and he could spot the bomb in transition. He just needs to be ready for the engagement. Through the wall, takes Trans down, just spotting his shoulder, the nade, significantly damaging Jokers. Gunnan drops down to a CZ. Is he gonna stick it? Because Joker's is in a position where he can't really contest easily. He's relying that Gunnan tries and goes in for the fake. Could pick up the Galil here. Has the M4 in touching distance as well. A lot of time considering that he has a kit. Now he knows that Joker's is gonna be playing towards B long, and here comes the stick potentially. Joker's, he's buying in. Sound given. Gunnan knows exactly what's up, and here comes the clutch, baby. 14-1. Beatty Sports Elite Crew. An almost flawless CD half so far.
Yeah, he knew exactly the amount of time he had to work with. Taps at the C4, baits out the last remaining T there. If the T doesn't peak that for the next 2 seconds, he does not have time for the entire defuse there altogether. But he played his cards right, called the bluff, and played esports 14-1. They looked pretty strong the entire hash, just the one round given away, and that too, it was the round where Squadron Esports tried something very unconventional, something that is a very low percentage play, and it ends up working out. And ooh, Jokers! Oh no, he's getting chased here all around. Aryan doesn't want to give up on this in the corner. Nicely done though. He manages to click a couple of hits. He's got Savvy coming his way as well. Can he find the kill? No, he can't. The P250 point blank range gets quite a bit of work done, and it's all down to Groot. Nice headshot coming through again. Can't find the second here. Can he find just three? No, he can. He's whiffed on a lot of shots. And with that, might just be the beginning of the end here for Squadron Esports in the Alienware level up challenge, unless he can find the headshot here, which he can. Why are they facing that OG out in the open one by one? They're offering themselves on a silver platter, and Groot says, yep, thank you very much. We'll take that. It's a big confidence booster. (14-2), Beatty Sports Crew. 2 rounds away from securing their slot in the round of 64, while Squadron Esports gonna have to go in with the force by the SMGs. And
the funny part about the previous round was there was so much happening. In fact, it was Squadron Esports who had the 2-man advantage, choking this down to 1 versus 2. Jokers, that nade could be massive stuff. I really hate this game when it comes to nade shit. It's always so deceiving.
That was very deceiving indeed. That looked like that was slam dunk on at least 3 members, but it so happens that Savvy is the one who takes the most damage there, at least the relevant bit. But Ginny has got himself the scout. No contest towards a party so far, at least in the A side. They're playing all the way back with Paris as well as Jokers going for the jump spot. Beatty Sports, they have put in the money this round. They've invested into the AKs, 2 AKs, 2 Galils, and the scout on the table.
But I don't like this change of pace though. They just want to commit to the A side on the back of very low information, where the entirety of the rotation's out. Beatty Sports Elite Crew, they have everything in them in terms of firepower. The call might just give this jig up. Janet, oh, the CZ close. And now he swaps up with the little Jokers. Dodging bullets, so almost like seeing Neo in the Matrix, but Neo dodges every single one of them. Now, Jokers is down. 2-man disadvantage, Squadron Esports. They did the right thing, right? They had the stack towards the right side as well. But firepower is just far too much. It's all on a cynical Juba. Pure control on a Savvy, but yeah, there's a lot ahead of him. And at this point, Beatty Sports Elite Crew aren't even contesting. And he's going all the way around the world towards toilets. He's gonna be like, Aryan, your frag, buddy. Take care of it. 15-2. Beatty Sports Elite Crew looking quite the formidable force. Aryan with 18 frags, closely followed by Savvy on a 17. We've said a lot about Beatty Sports Elite Crew Shade, but kudos to Squadron Esports. They tried, but not every game is yours, right? You need to just take your L's with a little bit of salt and learn from them. That's the very important aspect of this tournament. A lot of we've been seeing a lot of new faces online, Shane. I'm really happy to see a lot of new players getting infused with the competitive aspect of this game. If they are determined to be at the top, a year from now, we'll see a huge burst of new names in Counter-Strike, which, quite frankly, keeps me up at night. But now, Baby Sports Elite crew, it seems like
There's a big frag here, though. If Brad finds this,
oh no,
it would have been Beatty Sports probably closing this out right here, right now. But now Ginny, he can still do it though, but it's a tall ask to say the least. There's a fair
quite
bit.
the tall ask.
1v3, he's got the first opener though. Makes things a lot more interesting. Not sure if he spotted Joker's out to the head. Sticking out right now, and he sees him. He needs the one click and he can't find it. 40 seconds remaining, and I think this round is pretty much done. Is he going to hear the player to a shot? He does. He's seen the foot almost certainly, and he's brought it down. He expects the player in the corner. He spots the shoulder. He's not got time, however, to head back towards A, so he's going to have to try and make it work here on the B side, and Groot knows this. He's gonna play for time.
Oh, this tantalizing stuff, Groot. Oh, what a shot! What a drive-by! That is quite the fashion to end a game, eh, Shay?
What a way to end it, OG, there at the end. The safe plant behind the pillar. There's the one spot that Groot couldn't do anything about. He had to pretty much let that plant go through. He tries to catch the T off guard as he goes for the post plant, but he was ready. He just run and gun all the way through, and a 16-2 Beatty Sports crew comfortable victory